Inhale through the nose. Tight, tight, tight. Anyway, strength, flexibility, and endurance. Any athlete, and we are athletes, you treat your trumpet like a athletic endeavor, you're going to be much better off. Any athlete needs those three in abundance. All right? Let me honk a little bit, the first notes of the day, and we'll see what we got. Locked in, my friends. Locked in. Locked and loaded. First notes of the day up to E flats above double C. Down to Caress the Baby, the iconic Haydn trumpet concerto. Life's good. Anyway, strength, flexibility, and endurance. It seems like that's all I say. It seems like that's all I say throughout the day. Between my health and fitness guys, my athletes, my trumpet students, a little blip in the screen, but we're good to go. Anyway, those three things. Now, depending on what sport you play, depending on what instrument you play, depending on what position on the team you play, depending on what position you are in the section of the trumpet section, depends on how much strength, flexibility, and endurance you need. For the sake of argument, Tom Brady's center is standing right in front of him. Standing right in front of him. He's literally got his hands up his tushy, close enough to touch him. His center needs a lot more strength than Tom Brady does. And Tom Brady needs a lot more flexibility than his center does. And a Kenyan national runner needs a lot more endurance than Major League center fielder. Okay? Lynn Nicholson needs a lot more strength than the fourth player in the Boston Symphony. He just does. Fourth player in the symphony doesn't go on the staff, on a C trumpet. It's a vacation. Chop was. Guys, so it all depends, and genetically. If somebody has been taking steroids and lifting weights since they were in junior high, yes, by the time they're 25, maybe they don't need much more strength, but I guarantee you they need a lot more flexibility. You see what I'm saying? So we need all three things in abundance. And how do you do it on the trumpet? Simple. Guys, we've been saying this since the beginning. Relax the corners. Get the strength, get the firmness in the right place. The right place is right here. That's my Andre embouchure. It looks like it's stretching. It's not. It's thick, thick, thick. And the higher I go, the thicker it gets. When I get above E flat, above double C, it thins out. That's what I'm working on. Guys, my E flat above double C feels almost exactly the same as a lot of you guys feel when you get above high C. It's the same thing. I can just extend it more. strength, flexibility, and endurance. Now, the thing that I love so much about the kettlebells is because through hyperradiation, we transfer all that strength, flexibility, and endurance needed on the rest of the body. And when you train your body as the instrument and take the stress off the vibrating part of the instrument, the lip, the world is yours, Chico, and everything in it. It's as simple as that. Strength, flexibility, and endurance. Now, tone, power, range, and endurance. Tone and power. Linked, joined at the hip since the day. A big tone, a weak tone. Tone and power are pretty much the same thing. Guys, I like a big tone. Give me Gotzo over some of these guys today. I want to hear Conrad Gotzo over Allison Balsam. Nothing against Allison Balsam, nothing against it. If that's your cup of tea, God bless you. I want a powerhouse. That's the tone that I want. I want to hear Tom DeLibero. I want to hear Tom Perello. I want to hear Perico. Knock the walls down and be able to caress the baby. No reason you can't have both. But the guys that are playing with wet noodle embouchures, they don't have both. They can caress the baby, but they cannot knock the walls down. Doc Severinsen, I agree with him completely. He said, and I agree with him, if you are going to practice all the time weak, you're not going to have the power and the endurance when you have to play loud. He says, on the other hand, if you are playing strong for the most of your practice and everything, you will develop the control, if you're playing correctly, you will develop the control to caress the baby. Now, you guys know, all of you, I am not suggesting we blast our brains out. That's not what I was doing at all. I was playing as big as a house, but I was not blasting my brains out. Quite the opposite. I was using less air than probably every person that is watching this video. More power with my hand than most guys do with their instrument. No air. That is a Carnival of Venice that'll knock the walls down. That was not proper key. I don't have a perfect pitch. Anyway, guys, strength, flexibility, and endurance. Make them your mantra. Start with the kettlebells. Get in touch with me with the kettlebells, guys. It will take, I don't care what your problems are or where you're starting with the trumpet. You will go next level. You will absolutely go next level, and like that, if you add the kettlebells to your practice in your regimen. Not only that, in your regular life, it is going to give you a heart of elastic steel. I'm bringing my health and fitness guys in. I feel like I'm talking to my kettlebell class. A heart of elastic steel and the cardio of a Kenyan national runner. That's what you'll have if you incorporate 30 minutes a day of kettlebell training. And your double C's will feel like you're barely holding the horn. All right? All right. Guys, we will talk again. And have a good day. And you know what? I will say this. I'm going to go out on a limb. And I don't know every trumpet player out there. I don't know. Okay? But I will say this. I think we are not going to have an Olympiad, Lynn Nicholson and I, but I think he might be in a lot of ways in better shape than me. And I'm not thrilled about saying that. But he is a yoga freak, a meditation freak. Guys, he talks about the core, pull-ups, push-ups. Guys, the guy is in great shape. Strength, flexibility, and endurance. His instrument is in great shape. The Lynn horn, what is it called, the Lynn Flex horn, or is that his mouthpiece? That's not the instrument. He's the instrument, and he knows that. He spent a lot of time watching Maynard Ferguson dissipate right before his eyes, and he knows the importance of that. As great as all those guys are, guys, many of them could still be with us and still be killing it if they took the regimen I propose. All right? Enough said. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all. Oh, yeah. If you don't want to do kettlebells, this is 39 of those exercises I showed right at the beginning of the video. $10, Strength Flight SFE. It's the same thing as PNF Max with a different forward to pertain it to trumpet. Okay? This one is geared towards athletes. This one is geared towards trumpet. It's the same thing. If you have this, you don't have to buy this. If you have this, you don't have to buy that. Same thing. Same exercises. Okay? Save yourself $10. But if you don't have it and you don't feel like doing kettlebells, get. All right? Love you all.